Dean, thanks for taking the time. How are you today?
No problem.
So you kept the team intact. Was that the goal? You add Robin Regeer, certainly a good stay-at-home defenseman. Drewski, you give a chance, an opportunity to play. Are you happy with the deadline?
Yeah, I think we clearly filled our biggest need. I think it had been something we'd been looking for, arguably all season with the loss of Green and Mitchell. So, looking at that left side, a physical, hard to play against player, I think this Robin certainly fits the mold.
So, condensed schedule. How was this trade deadline different in ones that you've experienced in the past?
I don't think the condensed schedule was what was different. What was clearly different in terms of my own career was that everything we did, we had to clearly be cognizant of a domino effect, because we have 6 of our best young players, or some of our top young players that are up this year. Obviously, we have a lot of cap space this year, but it's useless. And so the cap comes down. We have some good young players that are up for contracts. So any player that we looked at, we had to always go to the drawing board and say, okay, certainly addresses the need on the ice, but does this allow us to keep our team together? And I think we were able to do that. We have the youngest core in the league, probably one of the youngest teams overall in the league. So, and they've shown they can win. And I think that being able to keep them together, and as I've always said, you need stability and continuity for identity, and identity leads to culture. And I think with this group, we have a chance to actually keep building on that and eventually get to that culture. But it isn't going to happen unless you can keep that group together. And I think we were as focused on that as we were on acquiring the player. And that was a very different challenge than anything I had experienced in my career.
Well, I think Kings fans are certainly going to be happy to hear that this group can stay together. I know it's going to be challenging. What surprised you? What moves out there that other teams made around the league that came as a shock, perhaps? Or
well,
maybe trades that didn't even happen.
Yeah, I don't know. You tend to focus so much on your own problems. I'm not critiquing the others. The only thing I really found interesting probably was the Gaborik trade. You always look at so many free agents that have gone to New York at that stage of their career, and whether it was Redden, Drury, Gomez, now Gaborik, it's interesting to learn. We have how dangerous free agency can be at times, and it's just interesting that's another player that eventually had to be moved that was a big target in the free agency. So I don't know if you can learn lessons from that, but it's just interesting to look at from afar.
For the Kings and the trip to the White House, you're the leader of a team. You met the president, the leader of the country. What did you take away from that? I mean, he had some swag.
The leader of the team, or the leader. Oh yeah, we're in the same wavelength.
Step up.
Oh boy, that was being from New England. I certainly, you're always in tune to our history as a country. And the only thing I could think of, somebody had asked me, I said, you go in the White House, you see all the pictures of the presidents, you see all the trappings, and then you shake the hand of the president. I'm saying, I think I just touched nuclear fusion, because that's a lot of power, man. And, but you think about it too. I says, if I'm in that setting, I say, it's a good thing we got a constitution, because I'd want to be king too. So that's pretty interesting, the way it was fascinating. And obviously a very likable a guy, and so I was pleasantly surprised, the impact it had on me.
Yeah, I appreciate you stopping by. We'll get you back to work, and now the focus turns on signing these guys. Is that the next step?
Yeah, I think that's the key. We've actually started today, and I kind of like the position we're in to now start moving forward and keep this group together. They're a special group, and I've always said they're not only great athletes, but they care about each other. And they're good people, and like I said, there's a lot more than their talent that goes into building a team, and so I'm excited about the chance to keep them together.
Always appreciate it, Dean. Thanks very much.